Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 6, Episode 67 with me, Sid, and I had that moment where I hit record and went, I can't remember what episode it was, so I stopped, deleted the intro and started over again. Anyway, last episode we finally made ourselves a bits bag, wherever it's gone. You're in here somewhere. There's a chisel. There's the bits bag. Okay. That's not the chisel. That's the chisel. And we actually addressed a problem with our arrow slits. It's not a very big problem with our arrow slits, but it is a problem, and it is now addressed. And they look a lot better. There's we managed to turn the floor into this. This is now a water storeroom. All of these barrels are water. And we've got spare vessels, and we can still defend from here. So that was the thing. We finished. She just waited until I started recording to decide to get into a cardboard box. But she's now... Oh, she's cleaning herself. And yes, it was suggested by Terry that maybe I need a cat flap in my office door, but... no. The nice pine doors, I'm not cutting holes in them. So this episode, I would like to... Well, one thing I do want to do is continue processing my iron powder wherever it's gone. I've got more coal coke there, so you can go in there, and over here I should have a little bit more coal still. So yeah, you can go in there, and because this is just something that can be happening in the background. I think I've got thirsty. I've slowed down. And my orchard is looking better. It's not fully grown, but it is now at least at the point where the trees have all reached a mature height. So that's good, and I've got a little bit of fruit to munch on, so I'll not pick all of that. Stays fresh on the tree longer, on the bush even. However, what I would like to do is continue with the decorative theme this episode, because why am I moving so damn slow? Don't know. Because we've got spaces in this castle which have no perceptible use. We've got spaces which do have a use but need... Thank you. That need some TLC. So for example, this room here doesn't really have much in the way of usage. It's a thing. It's got some of these arrows in it, which, you know, maybe I could carry them around a bit longer. Who knows? I mean, that's still got 4 modifiers. If I had a whole load of quartz, I'd be laughing. We've got the forge, which really could do with a little bit more to store my resources on, so then I could process up what metals I've got and get those into ingot form and yada yada. This room still needs a little bit more work to it. It's probably almost as complete as it's going to get, but I think it could do with adding to. And we've still got plenty of black steel left in there, 10 whole ingots worth, and I don't think I've got anything cast at the moment. I haven't. But the room that desperately needs attention is this rather sad place we have here, the bedroom. It's sad. Now, it's actually also too big, in my opinion, to make a good bedroom. I am thinking that we would be better off perhaps partitioning part way, maybe even not that far. Maybe we should bring ourselves to here and then partition off down here to split this into 2. So we've got the bedroom. I should hopefully be able to reset my spawn that way. If not, it doesn't matter. And That might make a certain degree of sense. However, first things first, I have got a whole load of ideas, and I've got a few bits and pieces, but let's have a look at this partition idea. And what I'm thinking is to partition it off so this side of we'll leave this side use. Do I want to leave that side usable? Yeah, we'll leave that side usable. We'll go across 4 blocks. What do I want to partition with though? So yeah, this will hopefully hickory is good. It's a nice solid thing. Certainly going to look nicer than treated wood for definite. So let's take a little hickory and let's just throw a partition wall here. However, we want it to be how thick? 4 or 2. I think 2 uses up less space, doesn't it? So let's get that. Put you into placement mode. And maybe just that much. I don't think we need to go much further than that. Now the question is, do I want to go higher than that? Probably. I'm going to guess that I'm going to, unless I've already got a certain amount of, looks like I have got a certain amount of hickory already in the system. But that breaks this off and then allows me to make this into a living space and this into a sleeping space, which should be good. Right, let's go and think about, well, first things first, there is nothing in this mod which is a, don't know why I've got that as a silverwood. I thought I got you down as an ironwood table, but it doesn't matter. It's the same thing, but with ironwood. Let's start off with a wardrobe. Wardrobes are always good. And for a wardrobe, I am going to want definitely, let me have a look. If I turn you into a door, what kind of door will I get? Ugly door, that's what I'll get. Okay. What about great wood doors? Is there a great wood door even? Cellar door, not what I'm after. I don't think there is a great wood door by the looks of this. No. There is not a great wood door. Okay, that's fine. Chestnut door is... okay. What about hickory door? Let's see. If I were to... come on. Show me a hickory. Have I gone past it? I think I must have gone past it. Hickory door. That's the beastie. Yeah. So, I'm going to want an armour stand. And I don't want... that is a Minecraft armour stand. I don't think the TerraFirmaCraft armour stands played very nicely, did they, as I recall? No. So, Minecraft armour stand. A slab, smooth slab, and some blocks. It's going to be pricey. Smooth slab, slab of smoothness. And what have I got in blocks that I am not that attached to? Not a lot is the simple answer. What about spruce? No, I'm going to keep the spruce. Spruce is useful for something else. Let me try that one. We'll run you through the system. turn those into blocks, and hope that works. It does. So my plan for the wardrobe is it's just going to be a simple chisel and bits with doors with 2 armor stands side by side. And what we will do is we'll go with the hickory again, like so. And we'll chisel you down 2. We'll copy that and placement mode, take you in like that, and then we shall grab you. Yeah, it's got to have to be, well, let's just try something. Yeah, that's fine. Bloop. So you can be, let's go for a plane, I suppose. Grab you up. Place you down. Copy it. And again, in placement mode. Grab you. Connected plane 1, 2. That gives us a nice structure. Didn't I say hickory doors? Didn't I? So probably going to need to split those down. Grab those. Grab you like that. I'm going to grab that. You're going to come there. And then we've got one, we put the other armor stand in there and we're laughing. Only thing I think we then need to do is perhaps, nope. There we go. Lovely little bespoke wardrobe. In a completely non-modded fashion. So, how do we make this more comfortable? I think we need some wool. That's my next target. And I also need to bring in that thing. So let me go and weave up some wool. Let me go and grab myself this armor so we can put this away for keeps, for laters. And I will be back in a moment. Alright, got the wool. The next thing I need is some grapes. I need 8 of them. You know, and this is not because I wanted a snack. Now, there's an issue here. I don't think grapes will grow if we've got this going on, so I may need to dig out these. Well, we've got 8. We may need to dig out these weeds because they are not respecting my grape growing. So that's the thing. We've got more wool actually. If I were shears, there we go. Right, you lot. Time to get chilly. Right, there we go. Lovely. A couple more of them. That's another batch of wool fibres for making more wool, which we're probably going to need more of in the future anyway. Not 100% certain, to be honest. Wool's one of those strange things. And I do need a drink, so we'll get that sorted. But with the wool we have, I need to make my carpet fitting for my personality, and that's how you do it. You basically stain your wool with some grapes Anyway, what I would like to do here is I want to carpet not all of this space, because obviously that's a lot of wool, and wool is not so cheap that I can afford to waste it. But I can certainly come out here. Now I'm going to want a bedside cabin at one side, so I'll put it on that side. We'll leave this side free, I think, but we'll probably do something up on the wall there. So we'll definitely make 3 carpet. Pop you down like that, and 1 down like that, and maybe 1 down like that. That will give me 1, 2, 3, and that will give me so a nice carpeted area around the bed. Lovely. Next things next. First things first, as with all things all. I would like to make myself a table, and for that I am going to need slabbage and blockage of those. I want to go for the spruce table, so I think it will have to be hickory or sort of maybe chestnut. Let's see, what do we get if I do that? Bedside table time? Nah, nothing. Okay. Well, I've lost myself. So spruce table, it reckons spruce, pine, sequoia, fir, and it's not giving me any choice on the spruce planks, is it? Now I have got a little bit of spruce, and I've got a little bit of that spruce as well, so let me just drop off. It did say sequoia though, didn't I? Spruce slabs, there we go. Let's make myself a couple of those and try that, see what it makes of spruce. Does it actually require... Yeah, it doesn't like those, so I think it's certainly the pine analogues that it will work with. But there's a table. That gives us a bit of a bedside table thing going on, and if I go and grab, I should have a couple of ingots of iron. And a piece of charcoal. Or do I have? I need that, and I will need one more iron. I can waste a little bit of iron. I can't waste a lot of iron, unfortunately. A piece of string. My God, my inventory is looking messy. So messy. That wool can go away. That will solve a little problem for us. And I need a little bit of rotten flesh, don't I believe? I think that will do the trick, and we'll whack you through the oven here. Oh, I don't need to faff around, let's just stick it in. So that room has got hidden lighting, as I recall, but I do like visible lighting, just because it kind of marries up with how I think certain things should look. You know, just having a light emitting out the floor just seems weird somehow. So let's get our table down, and do I need to light you? Let me go and find out. That doesn't look very lit to me. Fairly certain we don't need to light you, but we'll find out. I'm either going to set the building on fire or light a candle, one or the other. I'm going to guess I don't need to light that. I mean, it's a candle. It's there. It is doing its thing. What else do I need to do? You see, there is cooking for blockheads in this mod. Or this pack. However, cooking for blockheads... I don't see what value it's going to give me, because, for example, toaster turns bread into toast. Is there such a thing as toast? There is not. So that will do nothing for me. I don't think it's going to really help a great deal. It will give me access to some multi-blocks and a few bits that look nice, but that's all. So I'm in two minds about that. I also wanted to just have a peek, and if I've got some crappy old wood somewhere, I want to see whether this has got the same... Sequoia will do. The same restrictions that it had in the 1.7. Now this is a storage thing. Obviously it's connected to the wall. Ignore it. And no, it's not. So that will actually... Well, it appears that it will actually hold. Interesting. Now, let me just try something. You won't take logs. You'll take those. You'll take those. You won't take tools, but you'll take sticks. It's a shame you won't take logs. And it tells you that it's not inside an ice cellar. So it'll take some stuff. It won't take other stuff. Interesting, not so interesting that I want to do anything with it immediately, but I was wondering whether I could use it to improve or expand. Sorry, I've just had an idea. I just want to check something. Do you take ingots? You do not. Okay. So it has limited usage over here. I'm going to guess that it won't take ore either. It will take... Oh, hello. Okay, so that has got potentially some usage. We could use it as some kind of ore storage. Upon that, we could move our tables around to this wall. And yeah, that's an option. Okay. Right, I would like to, let's see, what do I want to do? I would like to get into some of this, which means I need more wool again. That's a pain in the bum. I want to check out this to see if it actually works in the store as well as this. I'm not entirely sure how that will work either. There's a few bits and pieces I like to play with here in that space, but let me make a spruce shelf. Well, I definitely won't use those though. And I'm going to guess it won't use great wood either, which is a pain. Okay, that's not a problem. Can't do that. So I suspect we're just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. And make up one of those. This is just the last bit for around by the bedroom area, and then I want to work on this living room area. I think that certainly looks more homely than it did. Picture wouldn't go amiss, and obviously we've got our wardrobe as well. Lovely. Right, I need to have a think about what I want to do in here, and I'm fairly certain we don't have a sofa in this one. Maybe we have TerraFirmaCraft. I don't think we have Mr. Crayfish, do we? No. So sofa's off the agenda. So what we could do is a table with 4 chairs. That might be something. Probably get some bookcases, maybe even a potion case for when we ever get to potions. And I think that will about... Oh, maybe a spruce case. Yeah. Not sure whether we've got anything I want to put in a spruce case, but it might not be a bad call to stick on the wall. And maybe a spruce bookcase as well. Right, I'm going to do some thinking, decorating in here. I'll be back in a second. Alright, we've got an invasion tonight. That's going to be entertaining. I have made up some more stuff, and I've made up 2 spruce seats. Now, I also want spruce seat backs. The question is, how advanced do I want them? That one just requires more spruce. That's fairly low level, and that's quite grand. I think maybe just there actually. Just take a couple of those and a couple of those. The grapes were there for purple dye, which I'm not entirely sure whether we're going to need that, or I might need another grape. So I'm just going to grab another grape because I may need to make I can never remember with TerraFirmaCraft whether you dye with carpet or dye direct on the actual item. So there's only one way to find out. Let's go do it. But yeah, so we've got the invasion tonight. This will be the first invasion with the new arrow slits, so that will be a test, unless of course it's illagers, in which case we will run away like girls. Actually, technically speaking, that's not fair. I'm sure there's many many women braver than me. So yeah, let's not say we'll run away like girls. We will run away like cowards. Although again, is that even fair? I mean, I'm kind of thinking, do I really want 2 of these? Do I, or do I want it? Do I want it a big table like that? I think we'll have a big table like that with a chair there and a chair there. There's only me in the world, so it's not like I have to worry too much about the thing. Now, do I? Don't do it like that, okay? So therefore, I am going to guess that I do it like so. That'll give me 3. Oh, it does use them up. Damn it, that's going to be a pain, I think, because I think... No, the backs are the same colour as well. Lovely. There we go. We've got our chairs. 3 chairs. Hip hip. Hooray. I'm going to unbookmark you. I'm going to unbookmark the table. I think I'm done with that. So I'm probably done with those, and I'm almost certainly done with that. So that's we're making progress, and we've almost got ourselves a livable space, which is nice. I think I am going to probably stick a visible light source there. So then we just need to decide what I'm going to do down this wall, and I think what I may do is, let me just have a look at tables again. I'm looking at actually this style of table, but it would use more spruce, which is a pain because I haven't got enough, I don't think. Damn it. Need spruce. Right, let's go and have a quick tour around. I think it was granite actually that was... Yeah, this has got spruce and pine in the area. And we're not that far. This is near enough that we can grab a little bit more spruce for our needs. You're pine. But you, sir, are spruce. And you shall be mine for the decorating of my space. I shall... Again, I'm not going to worry too much about getting a vast amount of it right now. I'm largely looking for small quantities with which I can create myself some things. Let me in fact go and... Do you take... I think you make 2, and I'd like probably 4. Hup. The other thing I'd like to see about is spruce labels. So we can make those as well. and they're the good ones. So the labels from Bibliocraft, if you recall previous seasons, have been invaluable. They've really made labeling chests, hello, that's not right, you know, that much easier, that you can, no, not like that, you can do, that's going to be a pain though. That may not work actually. Okay, well, we'll put you away for now. When we may need to change our carry-on key to something else, but for now I'm going to, it would have to be that horrible colour, wouldn't you? Now, well, it's the colour that spruce is in the game. It just does not match anything else. Okay, and didn't I have some candles? I thought I had more candles than that, or do I just get the one? No, I definitely got more candles, didn't I? What did I do with the candles? I mean, there's a candle. Did I put it away? Let me have a hunt around. Back in a sec. I think I realised why that candle is not lit and why I haven't got any candles. You need to place them like that. Perfect. Right, well, there's not a huge amount more. I can put a few books in there if I run up to the library and grab maybe a few of the less magical books, and that may... Just got a TerraFirmaCraft first edition, that will do nicely. Materials are new. The rest of these are, I believe, things. It is actually night time. It's soldiers and zombies. That should be nice and easy. Let me just check I'm zipped up nice and tight. We've got our shooting positions. So now it's just a matter of getting through the invasion, which again is largely just hide. Unless one gets in somehow, it's largely hide behind the walls. There's one there, look. You might want to save yourself a bit of a walk there, mate. You've got a fair old hike. Oh, there's another. Whee! Boink. Come on then, matey. Got him. Right. Well, let's... definitely can shoot through the... they should be heading over this way. And hopefully a few of these are the ones I've actually hit a few times. Where's... Wow, there's a lot of them, isn't there? Mind you, I suppose it is an invasion. So, I mean, it's not unreasonable. I don't know whether these can even get me through this gap. But I'll take an easy invasion, right? That's always preferable. I don't see any that look like they're in the castle. Can't fire spells through there, I think. How are you guys doing over there, huh? They're all coming round here. They definitely like this spot. So, arrow slits work, I think we can safely say. Don't know what my arrow's looking like, probably quite worn. Oh, okay. My bow broke though. That's a thing to wonder about then, isn't it? Hello. Would you like to come over here and fall into the trap? Go on. Down you go. Whee! And now you can cook yourself. Anyway, I can't do much more with that bow. I need to repair it. I think it's just wood to repair, to be honest. But try a chestnut plank maybe. We'll probably get away with this. I don't see how they can get in, so let's have a look. Yeah, there you go. And we're operational again. Right, I'll be back in the morning. This is a non-entity as far as challenge is concerned, so all good. I will see you in the morning. Alright, that's another invasion night over. There's another 10 of those. We will stack those at some point. I'll get around to it. No massive rush. All of the night's not over, by the way, just that all of the invaders are no longer invading. Yeah, that makes sense. But we can stick a materials and new book in there. We can stick a TerraFirmaCraft edition 1 in there. I look well read now, don't I? So I've got some other things highlighted on here. I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to lose that and that. And I'm going to lose the case, actually. That I need to consider. There's a few things on here that I just spotted when I was going through and thought, oh, they're interesting. So this, for example, I did not mean to do that. A jar of the glass variety. 5 blocks of glass. That's fairly expensive in terms, or at least it was when I had to make glass the hard way. In theory, now it should be a lot cheaper. So I'm going to make myself, let me go some sand. I haven't got a huge amount, so if I do 10, I think that should be enough to make. I think it's 1 block to 1 glass, but you know, you never know. Pop you in, let that melt, and then we should be able to make some nice glass blocks there. Eventually. And the reason I want these is you can actually make these little ember in a jar, lightning bug in a jars, and firefly in a jar. Now the embers are the little glowy things. Oops, hello. 7 blocks, yes, we've definitely. Oh, hello. Let's do that. Definitely got more than enough out of that one. I'll throw those 2 bit more at it. So I want 5 of those. I just want to see what they are. I'm just curious, you know. I'm a naturally curious kind of person. See, that one, well, you know, the multi-blocks from cooking for blockheads definitely won't work. So that's a thing that, you know, kind of makes them semi pointless. I just want to check whether I don't know whether they will work with. Can't make glass bottles, by the way, absolute pain. I do want some glass bottles, but not going to have them anytime soon, I don't think. because I need to do some glass blowing for those. So I've got a couple of options. One is to go down into the dungeon, do a bit of looting and get some glass bottles that way, which is probably the easier way. And I think next episode or two I may go and do a little bit of fertling around in the dungeon, get away from the castle and just, you know, enjoy myself a little bit. That'll be number 4. One more for number 5. Hopefully you will work with that. If not, I need to figure out how to convert you into... Oh, you put clear glass in with lye, which is made with wood ash and hot water. How do I get hot water? Maybe I can get that from a hot spring. First things first, let's see whether it works. Hang on. It's 7. It's not 5, it's 7. It's 6. Count. It's a skill, apparently, that I don't have. We'll get there. I suspect this won't work, but we'll find out. Yes, it does not work. So we need to convert you into that now. Let me just have a look at chisels for a second, for starters. Because we also have this kind of chisel, which is just made with any old chisel head and a stick. And I have a chisel head mould, which should only require 1 ingot. I've got loads of bismuth bronze, which is actually probably overkill. We'll go with bismuth bronze. If I can cook it in this. I can, so that's all good. It shouldn't affect the molten black steel. And let's see if we can't chisel that glass into some other kind of glass. That's just a thought before we totally give up on that idea. Eventually we will have, there you go, 1 ingot of busy bronze. In you go. Pop you away. Grab me chisel head and make that. And I've got a great durability, but that's fine, and you can't do anything with it. Can do stuff with wool. Oh well, it was worth a try. I am now officially out of spots in my... In fact, I really do need to sort this out now, don't I? This is getting a little bit on the silly side. I think there is a coins stack. No? Coins help, maybe. I thought I'm fairly certain it was stack, and it's not. It's not done anything, has it? Okay. I'll have to have a look at that. Actually, there's a simple thing to do with these. I don't really need to carry them around with me. But if I ever find a wizard that's got something, I can always just come back and get them. There's my purse. What's that anyway? Oh, coffee. I have got a bottle. Okay, interesting. Right. What was I doing? Glass. Lye. That was wood ash. Okay. Uses in a barrel for 1 hour with lye. Lye is hot water and wood ash. Wood ash is made... I've made wood ash, I think, because I made... Or did I make the other ash? which makes potash liquor. Okay, I think we're going to struggle here. Yet another recipe conflict, eh? Okay, we'll pretend that didn't happen for now, just because. And we'll put some of our bits and pieces away. And what I want to do next is concentrate on, let's have a look at these storage, food shelf and food hanger. So I need some hickory for those if I want to make the hickory versions. I've got a little, but not a lot, I don't think. Hickory lumber. So let's go. It wasn't. Was it andesite where we were near the hickory? That's hickory. Yes, it was. Let's go and grab ourselves some hickory, and we'll try those blocks out. What I want to. My curiosity with this particular block is if it actually works in the storage cellar. And how it works, actually, for that matter, because, you know, I'm not familiar with it. So we'll just grab a few of these. Now, what should happen in the storage cellar is if you put blocks in that are not allowed in the storage cellar, it basically breaks the multi-block. So if we were to use this one, no, let's get the right button. Boop, boop. And we were to make a whole bunch of that one. There we go. And then say that I want to make you. That requires me to chop one of those back down again, because I got carried away. And that makes me a food storage shelf. And a hanger is that and a string, so I need to go back home for that. Where's me thing? Get the right thing again. Now, let's just head downstairs. So in theory, everything in here is the stuff that is allowed in a thing. And you can see there, temperature 150 units of coolant. If I put something in here that is not allowed, that seems to work. Certainly not interfering with it, is it? Will decay in about 79 days, about 55 days. So that actually is better than that. And visually it's better as well. Oh, this is awkward now. You mean I've got to take them out? Oh man, that's annoying. Because I certainly don't or wouldn't want to have to use there we go, that's backed enough together. Okay, so that's that. We'll well, And it's quite fragile. What about you? Cellar block not complete. There, so that one definitely does not work. Okay, that's fine. Experiment concluded. I like those food storage blocks. I just don't like the mechanics of getting things off of them. So that's a bye-bye to those. I want to have a look at this at some point, but not this episode, because that with this allows me to keep exotic birds in the place. Now, for the record, I am not in favour of keeping exotic birds or birds in cages. I think it's one of those morally grey areas where, you know, we keep pets. It's a human thing to do, but I think some animals, especially rare ones, are definitely a little bit more morally sus than others. Right, let me go and get some ironwood, because that's my next requirement. I will go and sleep the night off. I'll be back in the morning. Alright, I didn't have a lot of ironwood around the base, so I've come out a little bit, and there's a couple of ironwood trees there. There is a silverwood tree there, and I might go and I've got some ironwood over there. So I've got some experiments I want to, and there's actually silver here as well, which, you know, is useful to know. But there's an experiment I wanted to play with, because when I tried to do TerraFirmaCraft leaves, they're not quite the same as vanilla leaves, where if you shear one, okay, prove me a lie then. I could have sworn I'd tried this for a little bit of thing. Let's just it's not like I can't make plenty of shears. They're dead easy. So I've got a few maple leaves. I'd like a few ironwood leaves, because they are I'll not use the word vanilla, because they're non-TFC, so they may react differently. And again, don't want a lot, just want enough to potentially decorate with, should the opportunity arise. And then we're going to have these two trees, and yeah, you can tell these are not TerraFirmaCrafts because they act like that and then spit saplings everywhere. So we'll do this one a little bit more sensibly, because I do need to chop that down. I probably need to jump up a couple actually. But that's fine. The wood is what I'm specifically after for these, and I'll plant a few more saplings around the home base. I'm going to try similar with the silverwood leaves, just because I've got to experiment with a little bit of decorating, and this is as good as any. Is that a geriatric sheep? It is. Yes, it's old. I know how it feels some days. Right, where are we? Grab a little bit of you. Let's. I'm not going to take the silver wood because I've got lots of it. I just want the leaves, just to see. Oh, and this is clay here. Okay, handy to know. Right. That will allow me to experiment with those leaves, see if they actually do despawn or not, because I got a horrible feeling they do. Hello, ducky. Pardon the obvious pun there. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of ironwood about, so we might as well just grab these. And same again on this one. Probably going to need to pillar up to get the top though. Okay, well that gives us the materials I need. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I was getting confused. I was getting turned around then. I was like, hang on, wasn't there a silverwood tree behind me, but no, it is behind me. It's over there. Is that peat? I think that's peat. That's definitely copper in there. I mean, there's so much about when you actually start pottering around. You just keep finding stuff. It's quite incredible how much stuff you actually find. And that was the location of the spider tree, which just fails to spawn, but it should do because things. Now there's a question mark about if I take this below ground level, will it spawn? Below water level, I think it is actually. So that's a question that I might answer one day. Just pick it up and carry it down. But to be honest, I think I'd rather try and make a spawner out of the dungeon than that, because the dungeon is going to have much better drops because it'll be zombie spawner. Ah, yes, this is what I wanted to try. Have I got? I haven't. Let me just fix that. Right, that's hot water. But the problem is, I don't know how to get that wood ash. So that's the area where we're going to have difficulty with. But at least I know I can get hot water, so that's handy. Right, I'll see you back at the castle. All right, so now I'm back. What I would like to do, I think, is start here and go maybe like that for stacking all of our various ingots on, and just store our metal sensibly like that. Oh man, that's heavy. So that brings all of that together, and then we can, grab you. You can go there. That should be brass, which can probably go. Now, I'm wondering whether I should go to the either end, because I've got the tables to do it. Yeah, I suppose we can. And then it just gives us the little bit of space to move those around a bit. We can grab that lot out and that, because those don't really want to be there. What I think we'll do is we'll put them here like so, for something or other. And then, well, what I wanted to do with that? What did I want to do with that? It's a good question. I don't recall what I wanted to do with that. Have I got anything that would actually work to look like? Well, I suppose I do, don't I? I could take. Let me take a little bit of oak. Turn you into a block. Grab that chisel. Oh, come on. What can you chisel then? Quite a lot of things, but probably none of the woods. Just for good measure. Let me just go back and see what I can do with a piece of stone. Not a huge amount, can we? That's annoying. What have I actually got? I mean, I'm gonna guess that I can't do anything with this. Yes, that was correct. I can't do anything. No, at least I can't do anything with that using that. What happens if I try raw andesite? Now, again, you see, mod incompatibility. What a pain in the bum. We could probably, let's see whether we could do something. Actually, let's go for something a little bit more. Let's go for 4 of them. Let's stick, I don't know, just stick 1 there and then see. Oh, I need a hammer, don't I? Okay, there we go. No, that's it. We have no capability of changing that further. That's a pain. So let me just see what happens if I place 2 rustic leaves, 2 maple leaves, because I can always go and get more of those. Let's just see what happens if we put those down. Will they despawn or will they persist? I honestly don't know. It varies from pack to pack in my experience, so we'll give them a chance. They may live, they may die, but if they live, then it gives me a lot more decoration options around the courtyard here. However, I wanted to play around with these, didn't I? And the recipe for those is simple. It's just that I don't really want to use oak. I'll use, well, I suppose it doesn't matter. I can use whatever. Let's just see what we can do with 10 of these on this wall. And then maybe a couple more. Yeah, I think a couple more. Let's just see if we can't do it with this one. If I can do it with that, I can. There's one. Actually, just stupid question. Can I pick and mix? I can. There's 2. Right, so I need to get my carry-on altered, and then I should be able to, in theory, use the labels. Back in a sec. Alright, I've been and got a little bit more spruce. That's in there, and now we can start placing our ores. Now, it's not perfect because we actually can't see what the ores are, but we can pick all the sphalerites, for example, and we can place those where they belong. Now, I haven't got any, basically this is going to be whatever the largest thing. I've set the carry on to right shift rather than left shift, so I can still pick things up and put things down. It's just that I have to remember that it's not on the standard key anymore, which, yeah, shouldn't be too difficult. I don't think I've got any other ores floating around there. What have I actually got up there? These are, I mean, realistically, that goes there. That's a metal. Cassiterite is obviously our unearthing. We want our bismuth as well. We definitely want our silver. Some of these are just weird. I'm not entirely sure how these are going to pan out. So we'll probably have an ores chest as well, but we'll get these sorted as we go forward. Let's get a cassiterite, I think. So that's sphalerite. It is. I don't know why that was still there then. We can add a silver. We can add a gold. I haven't got much of that to hand, but it doesn't matter. We can go and do some mining either between or 4 episodes, and as we get these up, that will just, that to me looks more like an ore bin than and more interesting than a chest. Obviously we've got all of that going on down here, so yeah, I'm happy about that. I think I want to do one more thing. I want to see whether we can do this. I'm fairly certain we should be able to. Let's see whether we can do this with ironwood for starters. We can. So I need to do that again with ironwood. Again, this is not going to be used, or hopefully, this is definitely not going to be something I intend to use for any solid purpose, but shaft. 8 of those. And then 1, 2 of those. Need 2 more shafts. And that, in theory, is it only treated wood? I mean, it's not a problem, I've got loads, but let's ditch that lot then. Make me one of those. That's a wooden part, can go away, and this, in theory, we should be able to place I mean, it looks a little bit odd stood upright like that, but it's a little bit of decor, isn't it? It adds to the thing. So I suspect actually there's a better place for it. Let me just beat that. Like a boat. There you go. Too far over. What is your problem, huh? Gonna behave? Anyway, I suspect I've probably recorded long enough for this episode. I'm happy with the progress we've made, though. I mean, it's not being earth-shaking stuff. You know, we're not turning round entire things. And yeah, this is me being technical, by the way. So, but on the whole, very happy. I don't know why I'm carrying those. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.